Hi there, today I want to talk about the things that I've learned that have helped me to fast track my healing. So the first thing is you need to learn to be responsible. Find out what are the red flags that you have painted green or the red flags that you have ignored. What are the signs that you saw that you have chose to ignore? It reminds me of an analogy about an orange where it says that it does not matter who squeezes an orange, if it's squeezed in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, you will always get an orange juice. So when people squeeze you or when life squeeze you, what comes out? Is it resentment? Is it anger? Is it depression? Is it love? Is it joy? Whatever it is something that is within you. So if you're being squeezed and anger comes out, find out how can you heal from that. Be responsible. Okay, and then this brings me to point number 2, which is there are no justified resentments. So this I've heard from Wayne Dyer. So he says that there are no justified resentments. Yes, what has happened to you is difficult. What has happened to you was painful. What has happened to you, you really did not deserve it, but you need to learn to forgive. You need to learn to let go. And when you are forgiving someone, it does not mean that you have to talk to them, and you are not excusing their behavior. You don't even have to talk to them or see them. You can just release them from your heart. For me as a Christian, it's very important to forgive, and when it's difficult for me to forgive someone, I just pray about it and ask God to allow me to release that person. And I also remind myself that my God forgives me on a daily basis, so it helps me to be more compassionate towards others. And I also remind myself that all of us are trying to survive. So yes, someone might hurt me, but it's also possible that they're also trying to survive. Okay, and also this, which reminds me of a quote by Shannon Alder, which says, anger, resentment, and jealousy does not change the heart of others. It only changes yours. So remember that when you are forgiving people, you are doing it for yourself. And also, I think it was Nelson Mandela who said that holding on to anger and resentment is like drinking poison and hoping someone else dies from that. So just know that you are forgiving for yourself, not for the other person. Okay. And another thing that I've learned is where your focus goes, your energy flows. I have actually noticed this on days where I am fasting. I've noticed that on those days I usually focus on praying, on worshiping, and on praising. And I find that it is very difficult for me to complain and be grateful at the same time. So be mindful of what are you focusing on. Are you focusing on something that is going to build you, or are you focusing on something that is going to destroy you? Okay, and then another thing that I have learned is you need to be mindful of the things that you allow into your subconscious. This reminds me of one of my favorite verses in the Bible, which says that faith comes from hearing to the word of Christ. So what are you listening to? Who are your friends, and what do you talk about with your friends, and what TV shows are you watching? What is happening on your social media feed? What are you listening to? What are you feeding your mind? And once you understand the importance of only allowing good things to enter your subconscious, you will be very mindful of the things that you allow to get into subconscious mind. Okay, and then another point that I have learned is when you have tried it all and you cannot do it, when you feel like I have tried my best, when you feel like it's so difficult, consider asking God to help you and then let go. You'll be surprised how much God will answer your prayers and help you to get out of a difficult situation. Just invite Him and ask Him to help you, and you will not regret. Okay? And then the last one that I have learned recently is that you need to make your choices right. Okay, let me make an example that I've had. I forgot the person that I've had it from, but it says that there is no way of you finding out if having kids or not is going to be good or bad for you. Just make your decision. Decide if you want to have kids or if you don't want to have kids. Okay, you cannot have kids and then now that it's difficult, you think if I didn't have kids, maybe life would have been easier. You have no way of knowing if life would have been easier or not. Okay, it reminds me of my situation where I left another company to work for another company, right? And then in the new company, it became so difficult that I started missing the old one, and I started to think, did I make the right decision? Was it did I make the right decision by leaving this company? Because as much as things were bad, but I feel like they were not as bad. You have no way of finding out that the choices that you did not make were going to be better than the choices that you've made. So learn to make peace with your choices and stop living in regrets, because regrets is a waste of time. And I think there's a movie called Sliding Doors, where if you make a decision, it leads you to a certain direction, and if you make a different decision, it takes you to a different direction. So just understand that things are working the way they're supposed to work, and they are working for your good. Okay, I think that is the last one from my side. Let me know on the comment section below what is your takeaway, and also please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with anyone you feel might benefit from this. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye.